The area around York is lovely. It's within easy reach of both the moors and the dales and is full of beautiful market towns and villages.
North Yorkshire is one of Britain's most picturesque counties, but fresh air, open space and beautiful scenery come at an increasing cost.
The market here has risen by 85% in the last 5 years. Susanna Bellini and Phil Callahan had a cosmic connection across a crowded life coaching room almost 5 years ago.
And we found we had a very strong energy connection straight away.
Yeah.
And it sort of went from there.
Since they met, they've turned their common fascination for complementary health therapies and personal development into a thriving business which they currently run together from their 4-bedroom townhouse in York.
But trying to teach inner peace is tricky when you live on the inner ring road in York city centre.
It would suit what we do more to be somewhere a bit quieter, a bit more in the country, a bit more green.
Susanna and Phil are looking to swoop in on a peaceful pad where they can not only run their business, but be close to their latest pastime, volunteering with birds of prey in Thirsk. They've already been searching for 18 months without any success. I'm curious to find out why.
Susanna, do you think you and Phil approach the purchase of a house in a different way from other people?
I don't know. It is a very difficult thing to explain. When I found this house, I immediately had that feeling.
Yeah.
And there were all kinds of problems. I couldn't afford it. None of that concerned me. I knew I could move whatever it was because it felt right. In our search so far, neither Phil or myself have found anything that has anything like that kind of feeling of rightness to it.
This is going to be a challenge. Let's get down to brass tacks.
We both agreed it has to be quiet.
Yeah.
It's got to be a place that it just feels right.
Right.
That's the bit that's difficult to quantify.
That's the bit that's difficult to quantify.
But also, I think my third thing would be the business part needs to be in some way separate to our private part. We need some part where we have privacy.
You've sacrificed your own property for your business and you don't want to do that again?
No.
Am I right in thinking the budget is at 400,000 if you don't sell this house?
That's right.
And 550 if you do?
That's right.
I'm beginning to understand why it's taken them 18 months. Those are two very different budgets, so we've got our work cut out if they want to see properties in both price brackets.
And what about those feelings? We've got to focus on the practicalities. After all, that's what we're here for.
Susanna and Phil have up to 550,000 to spend on a character property.
They want to find change in a quiet countryside location not far from Thirsk.
Plus, they need a minimum of 2 bedrooms and a completely separate space for their living areas to run their training courses.
Well, I've got a couple who have been searching for 18 months, have a whole host of different requirements.
18 months, that spells trouble anyway.
Yeah, from birds of prey to chakra, blah, blah, I don't...
You don't look very into it.
No, I am. It's just that I can't quite get the main focus. I can't quite get to what they really, really want. You'll never guess. Yep. No, it's an old windmill. Yep. Yeah. They could just fly the birds off the top.
But we're starting with our feet on the ground in this picturesque cottage. Located right in the heart of the village of Pick Hill, I think that it's got everything they want, but does require a bit of vision. So it will be interesting to see how they react.
Now, guys, you've seen the village, you've seen the pub, and this is the house.
And this is beautiful.
This 18th century semi-detached cottage is full of character, but it's also a practical choice as Susanna and Phil could convert the outbuildings to suit their new age business.
It's on the market for just under £400,000, so it's at the bottom end of their budget.
Now, coming straight in, guys, this is the sitting room. Your room, no one will ever come in this room who's not your personal guest.
I love this room. It's very, very quiet. Most important, it's just a really, really nice feel to it. It's that thing that was difficult to quantify.
Yeah.
That I think, yeah, this is gorgeous.
Come and see what I've planned for the rest of it.
So the all-important feeling is there.
And if I can persuade them that it would work for their business, I may be on to a winner.
This is where you need a bit of vision, because we need to knock through that wall into the storeroom that's beyond there,
Right.
and do a bit of building work to build up this room into a bigger room.
By knocking through, they'll be able to increase the workspace by at least 50%. And out back, things just get better and better.
Phil, you've been quite quiet.
Yeah, I'm just taking it all in. It's quite a lovely garden and it's a lovely space. There's a lot to think about in this house, but I think it's all very positive.
I'm delighted that they like this property, but it can't just be about feelings. I think this cottage could really work for them, as it would be easy to separate their work and living space. I hope they can see its potential.
Oh, come on though, look. That's gorgeous. That is lovely.
That is a lovely view.
No, but I love that view.
Yeah, I really like this room.
I do.
It's a lovely sort of squarish room, which is, you know, it's always sort of feels better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Could I have found somewhere perfect for them already?
I love these dogs. Whenever I see this is good. This is a sweet thing. There's little guardians around the place.
Right, guys. Feeling, that's what we talked about. We were looking for a house with the right feeling. Out of 10?
8 or 9. I always sleep on it a bit and then see how I feel in the morning. But yeah, there's lots to love about this place, and the feeling that I talked about earlier, this house has definitely got it.
I think we've established a very good benchmark.
Yes, whatever else happens, this is a contender. This is a lovely house.
I'm slightly reluctant to admit this, but this doesn't seem to be a very difficult search. There's lots of lovely properties to go and see which, in some way or another, fit their bill. How come it took them 18 months? And what am I missing here?
The old schoolhouse is a semi-detached 2-bedroom cottage in Boltby, a lovely village on the edge of the North York Moors National Park.
It comes with this amazing annex, an ideal space for Susanna and Phil's alternative therapy courses. As it's on the market for £439,950, Susanna and Phil would need to sell their York house in order to afford it.
Now, this house is a different proposition from the previous one in that it's completely finished, both house and work area.
It's small but perfectly formed, with a sitting room, separate dining room and 2 bedrooms. It's finished to a very high standard, but this means that Susanna and Phil won't be able to add any value themselves, and I'm also concerned that the house can't grow with them.
I think in a place like this, I'd just be stroking the house all the time, all the woodwork.
No, it is lovely, the woodwork, and it's beautifully done, and you can just see a lot of TLC has gone into it.
I love this. This is a lots of possibilities area.
It's got your little bits of glass.
These.
That's lovely.
Oh, look at this. That is just super gorgeous.
I'll say one other thing. The next door neighbour has 3 birds of prey.
No!
and an aviary. They're called Una, Somalia and Bomber. That's it.
No!
Oh, don't cry.
That's all right.
Good crying or bad crying? Bad crying.
It's just a memory of another bird who was called Bomber.
Maybe it's a good sign.
It is a good sign.
It
just got me emotionally because...
Yes, yeah, because of the other bird.
Not quite the reaction I was hoping for with my trump card. Just as well, I've got another ace up my sleeve.
Right, guys, this is your place of work. Area here for everyone sitting out here and having a cup of coffee. Total 100% separation. Come and have a look. In you come, guys.
Ooh, wow.
Now, you've got the upstairs bit and the downstairs bit, so I think there is enough room. I mean, let's actually have a look at it. This is what you need, Susanna, look.
Yes, folding chairs.
There's a folding chair. Now, how many of these chairs?
For the sort of thing we're wanting to do now with smaller groups, you'd want sort of 10 people to feel comfortable.
Let's really do this because analysis is what's
so
important. Let's move this screen. Personally, I think you could have a row of 6 and a row of 4.
Yeah, I think this could work.
Yeah, I think so. It's a really nice flexible space because we can use the upper area as breakout space.
Have a look, Phil. Go up and see what you think.
Oh, this is a magical space up here.
It is.
I think I might just, you know those little prayer stools I got, meditation stools, just to have them here, kind of looking out at that, or down there, looking out at that.
I think I'll leave you to it, guys. Oh, the sun's nearly out.
This is beautiful.
Fantastic.
I told you she's a little star. She's found something wonderful for us.
It's funny, I had a dream about the schoolhouse last night.
You didn't?
Oh yeah,
There we are, standing outside the schoolhouse. That's really extraordinary.
that's quite a sign, I think.
Has this one knocked the other one out of the water?
Totally. We absolutely love this one.
It's fantastic.
It's everything we could possibly want. It's just gorgeous.
When can we move in?
Bingo. But now is not the time for me to skip about and feel smug. We're also dealing in cold, hard cash, and I want them to see another house which I think offers them something different.
Now, there's one word that we haven't heard so far, and that's investment. Now, I don't know, I may be wrong about this, but I don't suspect, Susanna, that you've got a whole lot of money stashed away,
No.
other than in your house.
No.
So if you sell that house, that valuable house in York, and spend money on something else, you've got to make sure that you're spending the right amount of money in the right place.
This detached house is in the centre of Helperby, a thriving village halfway between York and Thirsk.
It has 3 reception rooms, 5 bedrooms and a lovely large garden, as well as garages that could be converted into ample space for their business.
It's on the market for 445 grand, so with this one they would need to sell their York house.
This property does require a little bit of work, rather like the first one we saw. That room there that you can see needs to be extended out to there in order to give you a really big room. But it's certainly worth doing, and again, completely self-contained. They don't interfere with you in the house. Now this is a fantastic room. It's the original kitchen, but a very early addition. It's got enormous amounts of charm, and then coming through, you see, look.
Oh, look at this. Yeah.
Does this complicate things?
Yes, it complicates things. The last house was the house of my heart. I absolutely loved it. But this is another sort of house I love. And there is more of the space that we want, and there's character.
There's lots of character.
And it's also good for a centre. So you're making it very, very hard.
Oh dear, I had high hopes for this one. I didn't mean to make it harder. I'm supposed to make it easier.
She seems to be in a bit of a quandary.
Yes, it's really to do with just the differences in lifestyle. If it's a case of getting a place that's fantastic as a centre, it's well located, all the rest of those things, this house ticks all those boxes, but in a way that makes it difficult to not have a centre or to do something different.
Now I'm with you. It's that you're not 100% set on doing what you do now for the foreseeable future.
That's right.
Okay, I think I understand. There's a lot of different things, and it is hard for me to work out what the uber priorities are. I'm beginning to think this search is really a bit batty. She's been in tears twice, 3 times, and I'm not really sure what it's all about.
I'm having a difficulty that I like all of the houses, I like all of the styles,
Yeah.
there are things I like about all of them. I could be comfortable in all of them.
They may love it, but they haven't asked me the price.
It's on the market at 445,000.
Okay, that makes it a much easier decision. The last house is too small, practically.
Yeah.
This is too big.
Yeah, I feel we'd be paying extra for space we don't need.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think we can pass on this safely knowing what the price is now.
I am really capable of being enormously sympathetic to Phil and Susanna's feelings, desires, needs. What about investment? There's hundreds of thousands of pounds at stake here, and you can't go around massaging the wood. And I wonder where my negotiation skills are going to come into all of this. I want your house if you leave behind your Buddha. Anyway, it's fine. I'm fine about it, but it's just all a bit knit your own yoghurt for me. I have had such a time, and the fact of the matter is they aren't even vaguely focused. But one of them has got to see that, actually this hasn't been that hard a search. I've shown them 3 lovely properties,
year we've got a fourth lovely property. I don't know why it took them 18 months to find something.
They didn't have you.
No, Phil, come on, it's not so hard.
I'm trying.
I'm not a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist.
I've come here for a nice title.
Well, I hope, but doubt I can provide that for you.
I'm sure you will.
Morning.
Morning. How you doing?
Good.
We lined up something slightly alternative this morning. Thought that it might suit in one way or another. What do you think? A windmill.
It's alternative, it's exciting.
First impressions?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a landmark kind of property.
It is a landmark property, it's on the map.
This converted windmill's on the edge of the village of Tollerton, north of York.
Originally built in 1815, it's been added to over the years and offers ample living space, as well as the room Susanna and Phil need for their business.
It's on the market for £500,000, which would mean that they would have to sell their York house to buy it. But its quirkiness would suit these two down to the ground.
Now, obviously this is the staircase, but it's also the centre of the mill. And if you see, they've tried to keep as much as possible. And actually, I think it makes a beautiful dining room.
This is amazing.
This room is an absolute winner. It is light, it is cosy at the same time.
I love that sort of the big windows, the views, the light coming in, feeling that you're in the garden, and some of the gardens inside with plants, and to have a big spacious room. This is wonderful.
Well, she seems to love this place.
But I'm starting to worry that Susanna doesn't ever do negative.
Now, you will need your sledgehammer. This is the kitchen, perfect kitchen for you, lots of surface space. Through there is a big bathroom, a lot of cupboards, a double bedroom and a utility area, all of which could be knocked into one to create a teaching room.
Now, what do you make of this?
This is a dream come true. Oh, wow. I wanted a view, you got me a view.
I think it's only when you get up to this level in the house that you really get a sense of where and how the house is positioned. Sorry to confuse you again.
Oh, I don't know, there may be no confusion whatsoever with
Really?
this. Yeah. Wait to see what Phil thinks as well.
How do you think this property is stacking up in comparison to the others?
It's a case of, is it right for us? And I'm not so sure it is in the same way that the old schoolhouse felt.
Right.
Like it was a place where we could be settled.
Okay.
And it's got flexibility that allows us to grow and expand and learn and do the things we need to do.
Personally, I think this house offers more flexibility than Boltby. I think the old schoolhouse has one problem in that it is what it is. It can't grow at all. Whereas something like this probably does have more flexibility in terms of what you use the space for, whether you live in the whole thing as a house, whether you have some of it as a business and some of it as a house.
So you're quite confident in your own mind that you and Phil reached the same conclusions in your decisions. You go about it in a different way.
But we reached the same, yeah.
You haven't been able to do that
Well, that...
in 18 months.
No, and I think that is because things are changing in what sort of work we want to do and how we want to run our business. And that's where the difficulty comes, is how much...
Have you ever heard of the expression, having cake and eat it?
Yes, I know.
Careers develop, minds change.
Yes, yes.
And, you know, the reality is you haven't been able to reach or get to that clarity of where you can both take a decision, which involves writing a very big cheque. That's where we kind of need to press on and get to that now. Kirstie, you look distinctly evil.
This is my weapon of choice, Phil.
I'm scared.
You should be. And this cake should be even more scared.
Look, it says vendor.
If you want to sell your house, leave a cake for us.
I actually said to Susanna upstairs that she was trying to have her cake and eat it.
Did you?
We are having
God, that was
the
brave
cake
of
and
you.
eat it.
Did you say that, really?
Yeah. Well, she wasn't carrying a knife, unlike you.
This is something so special. And when you look out at this here, it's like a green sea, isn't it? Look how it ripples across, and you see the wind coming across there.
You're still up here admiring the view.
Oh, we are still up here admiring
It's
the
got to
view.
be a good sign, isn't it?
And I was just saying, I could probably sit up here for several days if we got this house and just look at the view.
How about the whole package?
It is a very attractive proposition. It's a case of weighing it up against the other house not just on its own merits, because we are having to kind of compare this with the house that really has captured our hearts.
So, are you saying we need to go back to Boltby and see how we respond to that, having seen this?
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll get back to Boltby.
Yeah.
Right. Okie doke, Boltby it is then.
Clearly, Phil is a good influence. It's now narrowed down to 2 houses. Susanna's sold on the Windmill, while it seems that Phil's heart is still with the old schoolhouse.
Let's hope it doesn't end in tears again.
One of the selling points for Boltby is that the next-door neighbours keep birds of prey, so we arrange for Susanna and Phil to go and meet him.
You couldn't pick a better place around here to fly the birds. It's, you look at the space we've got.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That's the only reason why I've taken it up. Because I used to live in the city before and never had the opportunity to do this kind of thing.
What could be more perfect than living next door to someone else who's got birds of prey?
Yeah.
But you can't buy a house because of the neighbours. You never know when they might take flight.
Appreciating, of course, that you've had lots to consider and figure out over the last few days. Where are your minds at with this property?
We've decided.
We're currently, if we can get this...
So who's decided?
We've decided.
Let's just clear that one up.
Having just had a
Was that a
small
royal
chat.
we,
No,
Susanna?
having just had a small chat, I thought we've decided, and then when he started talking, it sounded as though we're still thinking. But we've decided, haven't we?
We've decided that if we can have this for 400, we would have it.
Well, I think we need to go and discuss how we deal with the possibility of making an offer at 10% less than the asking price.
This is infuriating. They've been looking for 18 months and have finally found a place they both love, but they're offering 40 grand under the asking price. This suggests to me that their hearts aren't really in it.
They don't want a house. I know they don't. They don't.
They spent 18 months looking for
No,
their damn
they
thing.
don't want a house. They're still talking about the Windmill. They're talking about offering 400 for this.
And the other place I just...
You'll do as you're asked. They're the clients. The client pays, the client wins.
The client can jump in a big fat lake.
Get on with your job.
The decision is something I feel absolutely certain about.
100%.
100%.
If you are absolutely sure that if they said 400, they said yes to 400, you would want it within everything that's within your power.
We love the house and we want to live in it.
9, 2, 1. So, Stephen, it's Kirstie. Susanna and Phil are mustard keen on that house. They have doubts about its price. £400,000. Okay, right. Are we a million miles away? Oh dear. I don't think it would be 425. If there was more, I don't think it would be that. Okie doke, thanks. Okay, bye.
You've done the best you can. Now we have to wait and see. Yeah.
With their offer on the old schoolhouse rejected, Susanna and Phil were facing an uncertain future. But with these two, it pays to expect the unexpected. And I'm delighted to say they put in an offer of £450,000 for my favourite property, the Windmill. And they got it.
All they have to do now is exchange on their house in York, and their dream of living the high life can become a reality.
As long as that comes through okay, then everything's fine and wonderful, and this is the end of our search and a wonderful place to be. This is an incredible view. I mean, you could not get a better view.
It's going to allow us to really sort of have our own space here and enjoy bringing people here as well, so as they can experience all of this too. It's just such a lovely place to be.